Hello guys and welcome to Base Watches. Although watches are there to be enjoyed on the wrist, the last decade or so has seen a rapid increase in people who would like to make money by investing in them. The world of luxury mechanical watches offers people the chance to make quite a good sum if they know what timepieces to invest in. For this list, however, we have selected 5 watches that have gone up in value and look like good investments for 2024. So without further ado, let's get started. The first watch on this list is the third Genta creation of the famous Genta trilogy of sports watches. The IWC Ingenieur SL Jumbo Ref 1832 was introduced in 1976, the same year that Patek Philippe released the Nautilus. Genta's Ingenieur was a brilliant modern take on IWC's Ingenieur watch that was first launched in the 1950s. Genta created a concept for the watch that fit that Ingenier's profile perfectly. It features a 40mm round case with an integrated bracelet. In the creation of his trilogy, Genta brilliantly explored shapes. Octagonal for the Royal Oak, square for the Nautilus, and round for the Ingenieur. Essentially, he used all logical symmetrical shapes for these modern sports watches. The IWC Ingenieur was not as slim as the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak and Patek Philippe Nautilus. The reason is that the case features an anti-magnetic construction to shield the watch from the strong magnetic fields engineers would work in. Inside the case, IWC equipped the watch with the anti-magnetic, self-winding IWC caliber 8541 ES, a movement that was the perfect companion for the task at hand. More Ingenier's magic can be found on the front of the watch, which came in a black or gray dial, with both having a pattern inspired by graph paper. It gives the dial a great texture and depth that tells the Ingenier's story perfectly. If you're buying an IWC Ingenieur SL Jumbo Ref 1832, you are buying a piece of unique watch history. While it might be nowhere near as popular as the Royal Oak and the Nautilus, it is part of the same Genta legacy. Prices for the Genta Ingenieur start at roughly $28,000 and move up to $35,000. Considering its story and legacy, it seems only logical that these prices will increase more over time. With the astronomical prices for the Patek Philippe Nautilus and Aquanaut slowly coming back down to earth, they seem like uncertain investments for now. But Patek Philippe has other models that are equally stunning as well as popular with buyers. A good example is the Patek Philippe Ref 5172G Chronograph. The 5172G is celebrated among Patek enthusiasts that love the more classical side of the brand. The 5172G is a white gold chronograph with a dark blue dial and strap that was launched in 2019. Earlier, the brand introduced a second version that also features a white gold case, but comes with a salmon dial and a brown strap. The watch's 41mm white gold case is 11.45mm thick, making it a fairly slim chronograph that is very easy to wear. The watch comes equipped with a box-shaped sapphire crystal on the front of the case and a sapphire crystal display case back that gives you a great view of the stunning manual Patek Philippe caliber CH29 to 535 PS. This movement is a piece of art and is just as fascinating as the front of the watch. Speaking of which, the watch features a blue varnished dial with white gold applied Arabic numerals. A detail that I love is the style of the chronograph pushers that are inspired by the legendary Patek Philippe 1463 Tasty Tandy from the 1950s. The watch comes with a matching blue leather strap that creates a beautiful timepiece that is firmly rooted in the past with a modern feel thanks to its color. Prices for the 5172G have risen gradually over time, so you can expect them to land between roughly $70,000 and $85,000. I would not be surprised if especially the lower end of that range rises gradually over time. The next watch on our list is the Breitling Navitimer 806 1959 re-edition. This modern remake of the classic Navitimer 806 is a brilliant timepiece that was met with plenty of praise when it was released back in 2019. Most of you will know the Navitimer as the watch with the slide rule and the reverse panda dial. But for the first decade, The watch featured a fully black dial with black subdials and only a white ring around the periphery. This is why these timepieces are known as the all-black models. Breitling decided to reissue this classic model from 1959 with almost the exact same specs as the original watch. The watch features a 40mm stainless steel case that is 12.86mm thick and has a 22mm lug width, the same dimensions as the vintage classic from 1959. On top of that, the designers at Breitling made sure the bezel of the watch has 94 bezel beads, again just like the original. The biggest difference comes with the use of the modern Breitling B9 movement. It's a welcome modern substitute for the iconic Venus 178 that powered the original watch. Breitling produced a total of 1959 pieces of this brilliant, limited edition remake. Needless to say, they sold out very quickly. Prices for one of these watches shot up in late 2021 and only dropped slightly during 2022. I expect that because it's a limited release, and a brilliant one at that, we will see it increase in price even further. If you're familiar with the history of modern sports watches with integrated bracelets, you've most likely heard of the Girard-Perregaux Lorito. The Lorito name first popped up in 1975, a year before Genta's Nautilus and Ingenieur arrived on the scene. The Lorito was a modern sports watch with a very slim case, raised octagonal bezel, and integrated bracelet. The biggest difference from Genta's trilogy was that it was powered by a quartz movement, making it very popular among watch fans back then. In the 1970s, quartz watches were all the rage, meaning the Girard-Perregaux Lorito quickly made a name for itself. The current Lorito collection was introduced in 2016 and clearly takes inspiration from the original model. The Girard-Perregaux Lorito 42 Infinity Edition is limited to 188 pieces and was created for the German jewelry retailer Wemp. The watch comes with a 42mm case that is only 10.7mm thick, making it nice and trim. Inside the case, the brand equipped the watch with the automatic in-house GP 1800-1404. The thing that makes this Lorito stand out compared to the other models is that it features a stunning black onyx dial. While the regular models feature a Clou de Paris motif on their dials, this deep black dial is simply stunning. As Girard-Perregaux only produced 188 of these timepieces, they have all sold out. The retail price at introduction in 2020 was $14,000, and prices currently run between roughly $17,000 and $20,000. Considering its limited edition status and beautiful aesthetic, I imagine this will slowly increase over time. The Vacheron Constantin Overseas 4500V is a direct competitor to the Nautilus and Royal Oak, and has been growing in popularity over the last few years. Prices for this watch are nowhere near the levels of its legendary competitors. Having said that, the currently available versions of the Overseas have come down in price, just like its great competitors. There is, however, one special version that is still expensive and will probably remain so because it is out of production. The brown dial version of the Overseas 4500V that was produced for only 1 year from 2016 to 2017. The dark brown dial adds an extra dimension to the watch that creates a different beast altogether. Prices for the brown dial version start just north of $40,000 and move up to just over $65,000. As there aren't that many for sale, and the brown dial is discontinued, this version of the beautiful Overseas 4500V will potentially appreciate significantly. If you guys like this video or this video helped you, please give the video a like. Links to all the products mentioned are in the description below. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Till next time, I will see you guys later.